Ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the Ed Buggs Show.
Are you ready?
Real talk, real people. This is the show where people just like you get to talk about the news and what's really going on.
Shout here.
Along with show producer Matt Moscona.
Biggest names in talk radio.
They tackle some of the hottest, most controversial topics that affect your life.
I don't agree with them all the time, but I appreciate the discussion.
Buckle up and get ready. Now here's your host, Ed Buggs.
Go on the bump and QN.
Thank you, Matt Moscona, and welcome aboard, everyone. Good to have you back. Those of you who have been with us here on 1550 AM WPFC, as in private first class. Welcome to the Ed Buggs Show, real talk, real people. Special welcome to those of you joining us on television and on the World Wide Web at edbuggs.com. Again, that's edbuggs.com. Matt Moscona, you doing well? Ready?
Oh, doing very well. Had my double latte drink earlier, so...
the caffeine's rolling, huh?
Yeah, wide-eyed and wonderful right now.
Wide-eyed and wonderful.
Feeling good.
All right, now. Hope you get some sleep between now and this time tomorrow.
I got plenty of sleep last night.
No, I mean, I hope you can get some
I see
sleep
what you're
because...
saying.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
No, I will.
You all wired.
I will.
I got plenty of sleep last night.
I did.
Oh, boy.
What you accusing me of?
Glad you all are all here today. The topic this hour is one for which, when I first heard it, I thought to myself, oh, come on. Oh, come on. This cannot be true. Have you heard that my president, George Bush, and I'm a big Bush backer. He and I don't agree on everything, particularly about border security with Mexico, and a couple of other issues, but he's still my boy. But have you heard about the Bush administration approving this plan that essentially allows the takeover of 6 major U.S. ports by an Arab company? Have you been keeping up with this? I typically wait a couple of days to let you, the American public, absorb a topic before I go into it. Because with all that you have going on in your lives, and if you listen to talk radio, that means you really got a lot going on in your life. With all that you have going on, it takes a while for a coworker or a spouse to say, hey, you been watching this? But on this topic, I couldn't wait. The Dubai Ports World, as in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, which is a very, very tiny company. Dubai Ports World is a company that has just acquired and will run 6 U.S. ports. 6 U.S. ports, and I'll name those ports for you in just a moment. But I must tell you, in the meantime, Homeland Security Secretary Michael Chertoff has been defending this move. The White House has been relatively silent about it, yet several members of Congress have been most outspoken. I will let you hear from some of them this hour. I will also let you hear this hour Michael Chertoff defending this move. But let me tell you something. In my opinion, there is no way to put lipstick on this pig. Let me say that again. In my opinion, there is no way to put lipstick on this pig. And in 2006, 6 major U.S. ports being operated by an Arab country makes absolutely, positively no sense. None. Zilch. Nada. Nothing. No sense. It doesn't even smell right. We've done some research on this, and let me share with you just some of what we found here. On 9/11, there were 19 active hijackers. 19 hijackers in the air. Did you know that 2 of those hijackers are from the United Arab Emirates? Wait a minute, Ed. You're telling me the country that spawned two of the hijackers on 9/11 is the country where the company is based that is taking over 6 U.S. ports? Yep. That's about the size of it, Bubba. You got it. Now look, I realize that some of you, like me, were born at night. Okay? I realize and accept the fact. However, is it just me? I mean, does not this raise a few eyebrows out there? Let me be clear, because I know that there are some of you who are right now are so used to holding hands and skipping down the road singing Kumbaya that you're saying, oh, Ed, one world order. Can't we all just get along? What could possibly be wrong? Come on, Ed, the administration has certainly checked out this United Arab Emirates country before turning over the control of these ports like this. You idiot. Let me make it clear to you. Thank you, Matt. Let me make it perfectly clear to you why I see a big problem here. Let's just say, walk with me. Just come on, just walk with me for a minute on this. Let's just say that now these ports in Miami, Philly, New York, Newark, New Orleans, we're talking the biggest frickin' ports in America outside of L.A. Let's just say for a moment that these Arab-run ports on our soil, this cannot happen. This cannot happen. I'll continue my walk with you in here a second, but let me just digress for a moment. This can't happen, y'all. We cannot have it. I'm sorry. We can't have it. Free enterprise, my free enterprise. We can't have it. Do you realize that if this company controls these 6 ports, and the Bush administration has given them the go-ahead? That's the second big difference of opinion me and my president have. One is border security with Mexico, and the second one is this move. But continue with me here on our walk. So now these 6 ports are under the control of an Arab company. Okay, both are correct, company and country, and they have leanings, feelings, emotional attachments to Al-Qaeda or some other group of bad guys. Do you realize how easy it would be by controlling the entry and access to these ports? Do you realize how easy it suddenly becomes to raise major havoc here in America? Oh, no. We need this like we need another hole in our heads. Are you feeling me here? Huh? Boy, I'd love to be president on this one, because this deal has to go down. This deal cannot make it. 1, I'm going to go through some specifics with you when we come back. And 2, I'm going to let you hear some of the comments of some senators and of our Homeland Security Director, Michael Chertoff, as he tries to, as he tries to dress this thing up and sell it to people like you and me. Well, excuse me, I'm not buying it. The number to call, 499-BUGGS, 499-BUGS, which is 2847. We'll be right back.
Run. Yeah. Take cover. Hide the women and children.
Right here.
The Ed Buggs Radio Show is on the air.
Thanks, Matt. Welcome back, everyone. Good to have you here. Today on the Ed Buggs Show, Real Talk, Real People, we are talking about the subject for which more Americans are saying, say it ain't so, than any other headline story right now. That is the takeover of 6 major U.S. ports by an Arab company based in the United Arab Emirates. For the record, the Homeland Security Secretary, Michael Chertoff, defends this move. In his words, we make sure there are assurances in place, in general, sufficient to satisfy us that the deal is appropriate from a national security standpoint. Well, let me ask a dumb question. Excuse me for just one moment, if I might. Why do we have to go all the way to UAE, United Arab Emirates? Why do we have to go halfway around the country, the world, to UAE, to get a company to manage our ports? I'm missing something here. My eyes, I'm just rubbing my eyes. Maybe I'm not awake. I'm missing it here. I don't get it. And then let's look at the context. Let's look at the time. Let's look at what else is going on in the world at the time that we reach over to these Arabs. And let me state something here. Not all Arabs are bad people. Okay, let me be perfectly clear here. Okay. But do we have to go to a country that supplied two of the terrorists on 9/11? Do we have to go to that country right now? I mean, here we are at war in Iraq and Afghanistan. Here we are pointing a finger at Iran saying you better back off from them nuclear weapons. Here we are with hundreds of thousands of angry Muslims taken to the streets over cartoons, and we go to the UAE and to get a company to run our ports? You know, when I did something this stupid as a boy, this is when my father would say to me, boy, you better get out of my face. You hear me? That's about how dumb this is to me. And you know, I would like to think that my president would have said, well, fellas, no, I don't think the timing is right for this right now. Kill it. Next item of business. What do we got, guys? You know what I'm saying? This never should have come this far. You know, we are many things in America, many good things. We're also a little naive over $1. You do know that's what this is about now, don't you? This is about $1. Let me say it another way, because sometimes when I get emotional, I speak in ebonics. And what does that mean, Sherman? When I say this is about $1, that's just what I mean. It's about dollars and cents. It's about making money. It's about finding the company for the fit and plugging them in. Baloney. This is a matter of national security. Oh, come on. And those of you driving around right now, just pounding the dashboard, saying to yourself, that right-wing bugs, to heck with you. I am more concerned about peace in America than I am with some Arab country making a buck off our ports. Hello? And I don't think I'm asking too much, am I? Oh, no. Let's just go on track record, okay? Let's just bring out the facts as they exist today. I mean, come on, America. This isn't rocket science. Let's just pull out the facts, okay? Death to America is the chant in the United Arab Emirates and these other countries on a daily basis. They are burning in effigy the Prime Minister of Norway, Denmark, the U.S. on any given day. Any given day. Right now, we've pulled our embassies out of some of these countries because they're just going berserk over the cartoons. And now we bring them in to run our ports? Oh, come on. Can I borrow your gun? I want to shoot myself in the foot. This is stupid. There must be an outcry against this. You know, I thought I could live with my president having a porous border with Mexico. Let me say it another way. I thought I could live with my president having a border policy, a border security policy that includes no border security. I thought I could live with that. But this is pushing me, George. Now, come on. I'm your biggest backer in the world, President Bush. I'm your biggest partner, okay? But you're pushing me, man. You're pushing me. You gotta be kidding me. Listen carefully now as Homeland Security Secretary Michael Chertoff tries to put our fears to rest.
We examine the transaction, we look at what the nature of the threat is. If necessary, we build in conditions or requirements that for extra security that have to be met in order to make sure that there isn't a compromise to national security.
Why? I mean, is this a brother-in-law deal? Why? Why are we jumping through all these hoops so some Arabs can come in here and manage our ports? I'm sorry. Forgive me. I don't trust them. Hello? I don't trust them to run our ports? Let me hear Chertoff again, Matt, please.
We examine the transaction, we look at what the nature of the threat is. If necessary, we build in conditions or requirements that for extra security that have to be met.
Why?
In order to make sure that there isn't a compromise to national security.
Why are we jumping through all of these hoops to accommodate this company which will make money off of us? I don't get it. That's like hiring a known enemy to come into your house to clean your house while you go to work. That's the best semblance. That's the best example I can. This is like hiring a known enemy. But don't worry, we're going to have surveillance cameras all over the house while they're here. We're going to give them a polygraph when they come. We're going to give them a polygraph when they go after cleaning our house. Why? Why would you go through all of that when there are others available to clean your house? I asked the same question for this scenario. Why are we jumping through all these hoops to have this company from United Arab Emirates? Why? We don't need it. 1. 2, let's not forget what we're talking about. We are not talking about this Arab country's company managing the Superdome or managing Three Rivers Stadium or managing Yankee Stadium. That's not what we're talking about here. Let's be clear, people. What we're talking about is the management of the biggest ports in America. So what does that mean? What does that mean? That means if we decide to let that cargo ship right there just come right on through, don't worry about the normal security measures, okay? Just let that one come right on through. It can happen. Now, call me extreme if you will, but you know what? If you call me extreme on this, you are the same people who were saying before 9/11/2001, oh, that could never happen. That could never happen. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. See, the funny thing about us Americans, as much as I love this country, we are some gullible people. We are some gullible people. If you had told anyone in August of 2001 what these boys were planning, they would have laughed you out of town. Oh, that'll never happen, man. I mean, come on. We're just all buddies. Come on, join us singing Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my Kumbaya. It's a whole new world out there, America. A whole new world. And the sooner that we accept this, the sooner that we grasp this, the sooner we wrap our brains around this concept, the safer we're going to be. These people have absolutely no business with this kind of security access in America. No way. No deal. No way. Well, let's just turn it around for a second. How many ports in Arab land do Americans run? Huh? Do you think for a moment we could go there and run their ports and have the word on running their ports, their access to their countries? Oh, come on. Now, you know what? There's a difference between gullible and stupid. And this move, this is walking the line of stupid. Yeah. Huh? We come back, I'll let you hear what some U.S. senators have to say about this. I'm telling you, I'm on to something. Keep it locked on the Ed Buggs Show. Real talk, real people. Welcome back, everyone, to the Ed Buggs Show. Real talk, real people. Good to have you here. I shaved my head, but I'll tell you, if it were growing, if my hair were growing right now, I'd be pulling it out. I cannot understand for the life of me, what the heck is going on. For those of you just joining us, perhaps only now turning on your radio, we're talking about this deal the White House has approved, whereby 6 ports will now come under the control of an Arab-based company. The company, by the way, is known as Dubai Ports World. Dubai Ports World, and they are now hiring a big PR firm to put a good feel on this for people like you and me, but I'm not buying it. I am simply not buying it. I don't see the reason for this to happen. And don't tell me, Michael Chertoff, who I still am fuming with as a result of Hurricane Katrina and that debacle, but don't tell me that we have minimized our risk. How about no risk? How about any other country, any other company in the world except a company based in the United Arab Emirates? I mean, who needs the risk at a time of war? Who needs it? Why? You know what this makes me believe? Somebody's making a killing on this deal. Somebody is, as they say in the hood, somebody's getting paid. That is the only way I can make sense out of this. How else can you justify? How else can you justify this? Huh? I can't. I can't put 2 and 2 together here. I can't get 4 out of this equation. Let me tell you what we know. We know that when we talk about the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, we know that this is the country that has ties to the terrorist and terrorists before 9/11. We know that. We know one of the terrorists was actually born in that country. The FBI found that the United Arab Emirates banking system filtered or laundered much of the money used for the operation planning before 9/11. We also know that many of the hijackers traveled to the United States through the UAE. On top of that, as if that wasn't enough, the UAE was an important transfer point for shipments of smuggled nuclear components that went on to Iran, North Korea, and Libya by that Pakistani scientist. I'm sorry. This is bad news waiting to happen. This is a car wreck at 85 miles an hour about to happen. The bottom line is nothing good can come out of it. If you think I'm alone on this, take a listen to Charles Schumer. This is Senator Charles Schumer, a Democrat out of New York, as he talks about this contract.
We cannot leave it to a committee that operates in the dark of night.
Thank you.
We cannot accept the words "trust us."
Thank you.
That happened before with horrible consequences. We cannot allow this contract to go forward.
I rest my case. Matt, cue it up again, because I don't want anyone to miss this. If you joined us late, we're talking about this contract that the White House has approved, allowing 6 major U.S. ports, Newark, New York, Miami, New Orleans, and others, Philadelphia, to come under the control of an Arab-based country. Once more, Matt, please.
We cannot leave it to a committee that operates in the dark of night. We cannot accept the words "trust us." That happened before with horrible consequences. We cannot allow this contract to go forward.
Now, Charlie Schumer is a Democrat, okay? But I'm telling you, this is bigger than Democrats and Republicans. Come on, America. Let's not get sucked into partisanship here for just a moment if we can, okay? For just a moment. You know, the funny thing is, but when we're under attack, planes flying into buildings don't stop and first ask, are you a Democrat or a Republican before I slam into this building? They don't. When bombs go off, as in trains, underground, and the double-decker buses in England back in July of 2005, they don't, before they explode, say, would all the Democrats on the bus please stand up? No, they just explode. So let's take those blinders off for a moment. Let's forget about partisanship here for a moment, and let's talk about common sense. Can we do that, America? Let's check our politics at the front door, and let's just talk about security for you and me. I don't think I'm asking too much now, am I? Let me check a couple of emails sent in now to ed@edbugs.com. Again, that's ed@edbugs.com. The first one is from Nevin, who writes, Ed, Bush has committed his entire administration to fighting terrorism. We have questioned moves he has made since 9/11. But one thing I know for sure is that we have not been attacked in 5 years. I have a hard time believing Bush would do anything to jeopardize Homeland Security, no matter how stupid it looks on face value. Well, Kevin, I hear you. I'm still not buying it. I'm still not buying it, Kevin. I love you, but I'm not buying it, man. I'm just not buying it. I appreciate you, Nevin, at ed@edbugs.com. Another email, this one from Luke, who writes, Ed, what's the old saying? Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. If we are in business with them, maybe it will be easier to keep a watchful eye over them. Just a thought. Let me read this again. Luke writes, Ed, what's the old saying? Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. If we are in business with them, maybe it will be easier to keep a watchful eye over them. Just a thought. Luke, I know where you're going here. I'm asking, why do business with them at all? Why? What's in it for you and me? What's in it? You know, one sure way to eliminate all risk, one sure way to get all the hassle and the potential out of this equation is just say no. Just say no. I got more emails coming in now, and I welcome your phone calls at 499-BUGGS, 499-2847. We'll be right back.
It's In Your Face Talk Radio.
Guys, what is the 411?
The Ed Bugs Radio Show is here.
Tell me everything.
Well, I'll tell you, we haven't had one this hot in maybe a week now. Welcome back, everyone. Good to have you here on the Ed Buggs Show. Real talk, real people. We're talking about this contract that would allow this Arab-based country, in this case the United Arab Emirates, to run 6 major seaports in America, including New Orleans, Miami, Philadelphia, and New York, Newark, and one other. And we're talking about it at 499-BUGGS, 499-2847, or feel free to shoot me an email. Send it to ed@edbugs.com. Let's see. Christy's on the phone at 499-BUGGS. Hello, Christy. Welcome. Glad you called.
Hey, Ed. I am furious about this. Chuck Schumer is the biggest flaming liberal out there.
Yes.
Who could care less about national security. He's all about appeasing the enemy. And the Republicans just played into their hands to give them an opportunity now to portray themselves like they care about security.
Yeah, I follow you. I follow you. Does the idea of this bother you?
I'm sorry?
Does the idea of the ports being turned over to this company bother you?
Oh, of course it was stupid, and that's why I can't understand how they did not know. The administration didn't know that this would be an outcry, and it gives the Democrats the opportunity now to stand up and say how much they care, and that it's it's horrible for America.
I got you. Good points, Christy. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you at 499-2847. 499-2847. I didn't follow her at first. Now I get it. What an opportunity. I'm with you, Christy. You got a crystal ball with you in the car there. In essence, what she's saying is, padow. This gives the Democrats an opportunity to say, listen, what are you doing, guys? In the name of Homeland Security, in the name of keeping America safe, this is a bad deal. Well, doggone it, you didn't need Democrats to tell you that, Mr. President. And this is coming right on the heels of Cheney's, what was the phrase I used? Dick Cheney's look, shoot, aim. Look, shoot, aim. Debacle. I'm so glad Harry Whittington didn't die. Let me go back to the phones now. At 499-BUGGS, Bob joining us now. Bob, what do you make of this?
I'm really frustrated about the situation. I don't understand how could you fund the enemy.
Yes. That's right.
I don't understand how could you fund the enemy.
Yep.
You have a war going on, and then you turn around and give them money like this here, and you know where the money's going.
Yep, exactly.
Like you always say, he's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Right.
But you can always depend on Bush to stand by his word.
And Bob, like you, I just can't figure it out. Thank you, my friend. He's right. And the frustration you heard in Bob and in Christie before him is the same frustration I'm expressing to you now. Why? If you joined us late, perhaps this story hasn't registered on your radar yet. There is a contract that the White House has already approved, that will allow an Arab country based in the United Arab Emirates to take over 6 U.S. ports. They will run these ports. And now, understand the big picture. These are ports where many of the thousands of containers that come into America every day, under very loose scrutiny, this is how they get in here. And the reason it's loose scrutiny, as I coined my own phrase here, is because there is physically no way to examine every cargo container that comes into this country. There's no way. There's too many of them. So what we do is we randomly check them from time to time. That's the best we can do right now. The trade and commerce is too big. We can't check all of them. So now, understanding that, we turn over 6 of these ports to that. Oh, come on, America! Now, wait now. You know, I'm Bush to the ninth degree, but come on, doggone, that's asking for trouble. No. We either find some company that we know that exists here or in a friendly company. Great Britain has several of these. But my point is that infiltration of these companies would be too easy. Now all of a sudden they're hiring people who look like the 9/11 boys. We can't tell the difference between friendlies and not friendlies. Oh, I'm just getting cranked up on this one. Lots more still ahead right here on the Ed Buggs Show.
The talk radio voice.
Hello, my name's
Ed Buggs. You've been waiting to hear.
I've got a recommendation you can't turn down.
It's in your...
Thanks, Matt, and welcome back, everyone, to the Ed Buggs Show. Real talk, real people. Good to have you here in this closing segment on the topic that we will visit again. We will visit this again. For the act of turning over these 6 ports, or the control of these 6 U.S. shipping ports to a company based in the United Arab Emirates is a big mistake, if you ask me. and the timing is just wrong. Timing's wrong. There are too many other companies that could handle this business without, and that's the key word, without the potential threat here. Look, let's be clear about something. I am all for commerce and industry. I am. I am a capitalist. I believe in the free market system, a free market economy. I also believe in keeping the bad guys out. Now, earlier in the show, because some of y'all right now, you're gritting your teeth going, oh, man, you think all Arabs? No, I didn't say that. That's your thinking. I didn't say that. In fact, earlier in the show today, I made this, and I need to do it again. I was specific and I was adamant. I have friends who are Arabs, but I don't want to turn our shipping ports over to them. I don't. Now, you may not like it. I'm just telling you the truth. You don't have to like it. Let's just look at the track record, people. Let's just look at what we know. And I said this earlier. I'll repeat it again. The State Department calls the UAE an ally in the war on terror. But I'll tell you something that we also know, that this same Arab nation has ties to the attacks on 9/11. I'll tell you something. One of the terrorists on 9/11 was born in the United Arab Emirates. 2 of them were from there. We also know that this company, the banking system in the UAE, filtered much of the money that was used for the operational planning before 9/11. There's more. Many of the hijackers traveled to America through the UAE. Now, come on, y'all. 2 + 2 is 4. What do you need? Do you need to be hit upside the head to understand what I'm saying to you? I feel like Chris Tucker in that movie. What did he say, Matt? Do you understand the words
that are coming out of my mouth?
That are coming out of my mouth?
Rush hour.
Rush hour. I mean, come on. No, find somebody else. Let the Coast Guard run it. Anybody else. Any private industry, private sector group. But not a company based there. For the same reason that they don't have us running their ports, we don't need those people over here. Oh, no. If they want to visit, give them a visa and a pass in 30 days to come see America. But to turn over ports to them? Oh, come on. One last email. This is from William. Ed, is the sun going to set in the east today? You are ripping on Bush and siding with one of the most liberal senators in Congress. You say put partisanship aside, but Democrats never do. I'm not buying Schumer's plea for a minute. Well, William, I hope that your dislike for Schumer will not blind your intelligence. I don't care for Schumer either, but he's raising a good point. I am not one of those political types who takes my party affiliation so seriously I cannot see or appreciate anyone else's argument. That's not me, William. Apparently that's you, and more power to you. We will talk about this story more in the immediate future, for there will be a whole lot more news about it. On that, you can believe. For those of you in television, thank you so much for being with us today. For those of you on the World Wide Web at edbugs.com and on the radio at 1550 a.m. WPFC, keep it locked. Our next hour of the show comes in a minute.